Welcome to Take Care guys, this is Saurav here and today I'm back with my full review on the Redmi 4A. But before I jump into the full review, talk about the Redmi 4A at first. The cheapest phone that you can get in India from Xiaomi, if you're not gonna buy a second hand one. And Redmi 4A is actually the newcomer in Xiaomi's Redmi series, and afterwards we will get the 4 Prime within a month or two maybe. So people who are asking me about when the Redmi 4 Prime is gonna arrive, it's maybe 2 months more afterwards. I believe they are gonna come up with the Redmi 4 Prime. Now one more thing guys, we have launched our website, and if you really want to read all the full reviews of the Redmi 4A, so the link is in the description, make sure to check there as well. Now talking about Redmi 4A, Redmi 4A is actually available exclusively via Amazon through a open sale cum flash sale and at a price tag of 6,000, powered by a Snapdragon 425, a quad-core chipset running at 1.4 GHz. So talking about my full review, just as you know, I'm going to divide it to the pro section first and then comes the con section. So coming to the pro section first, definitely the style and the aesthetics and the build quality. Well, the price of this device is a mere 6,000 rupees. And yes, you don't get a metal unibody like the Redmi 3S that is priced at 7,000. But what you're gonna get from this one is definitely a polycarbonate body, and it's the battery is sealed inside, so you can't take it off. And overall, although I've got the golden and plus white edition, but the black edition looks way better than this one. But you can easily go for it. The build quality is good. The only thing that I have faced it in this device is that the lightweight. It is really lightweight. The weight distribution is too much good, and I just don't feel that I'm holding a phone in my hand. And the build quality is good also, but not as great as the metal unibody that we're gonna get in the Redmi 3S. Now why I'm gonna compare it with the Redmi 3S is definitely because the price tag is very near the 1,000 price tag difference. It's not a huge for a lot of buyers. Now coming to the second thing that I loved about this device is definitely the display. Well, from Xiaomi, as you know that it is from Xiaomi, so definitely the display is gonna be a stunner, and in the price tag of 6,000, the display is really good. Although the sunlight readability was not great at times, but it was good, I would say, regarding the price tag. The brightness, the contrast, the color gamut looks promising. And one more thing, the display somehow resembles the type of the displays that we get from the Note 4 as well as the 4 Prime that we don't have in India right now. Kind of a bit oversaturated at times, so not always we're gonna get the natural color tone, but it is somehow I feel that people gonna go for it. I mean, go for the display quality that the Redmi 4A really has. Now coming to the third point is definitely the SoC. Well, like I mentioned earlier, it is the Snapdragon 425. Now talking about 425, it has got 4 cores, and out of that 4 cores, all of the cores actually have the architecture of A53 and running at 1.4 GHz. So which means that you are gonna get a powerful processor, I mean a powerful Snapdragon 410 edition, which is not only battery efficient, at the same time it can give you a lot of good powerful performance out of it. So I was playing Asphalt 8 in highest mode possible, and I was getting good frame rates, although at times there were some frame drops, but I would say it was good. And yes, in case of Nova 3 or Modern Combat 5, you are gonna get some frame drops, so not a gamer's delight, but yeah, I'd say it gives you good performance regarding the price tag. So coming to my next point, which is definitely gonna be the battery backup. Now I know that this phone has got a 3,100 mAh battery, which is really a deal breaker for quite a lot of people, because if you just compare it with the Redmi 3S, the 4,000 mAh battery is in there. So yeah, that's around 1,000 mAh deep in case of the battery battery size, to be honest. Now talking about the battery backup, I won't say it is that much bad. Now starting with the battery backup, my phone usage consists of calls of around 2 to 3 hours in Geo, and I'm using only one SIM in this device, and constantly connected on Wi-Fi or sometimes in 4G, gaming for around 1 hour or 1 hour 30 minutes, and then surfing the YouTube, checking messages, Messenger, Facebook, all of these stuffs, and I got around 1 day full with 15 to 10% battery juice left on this device. So 3000 milliampere battery. Yes, you're never gonna get the battery backup of like the Redmi 3S, but it is good and you can easily go for it. So coming to the con side first, these are the points that actually make me hate this device a lot than I love it. Now the very first thing is the MIUI. To be honest guys, I'm not a very big fan of MIUI in certain in past times, but this is the shittiest MIUI that I've ever used. I had to make a video on how to make your Redmi 4A faster with some tips and tricks without even rooting, because I haven't even rooted this phone still now. I tried it for around a week, it hasn't been rooted. Like I said, unlocking bootloader depends on your luck entirely. So my luck is not running well at this very moment, so I haven't unlocked the bootloader of this Redmi 4A. So now talking about the MIUI, it was when I just opened the box and got my phone in my hands, started using it, all I felt was lags and lags. And then I had to do a lot of stuffs with MIUI, including the developer section, a lot of stuff I had to do. And then afterwards I started getting good results. So if you are gonna buy this phone and if you really feel that your phone is slowing yourself down, just watch the video. I will put that link in the description or in the cards so that you can check it out and then do stuff with the Redmi 4A so that you can get a little bit of extra performance out of a Redmi 4A. Now the second thing that I really love to mention is definitely the camera. I am never a big fan of Xiaomi's camera except the Mi 5 ones, but I haven't used that personally, but I've used for around 1 or 2 hours and the performance was good. But now talking about the Redmi 4A, I know the price tag is 6000, but Xiaomi could have done a good job with the camera. At broad daylight, under the sun, it performs good. Regarding the price tag, I would say it performs over than the expected in case of the broad daylight. But the performance in low light is shittier than I expected. I'm really, I just don't know when Xiaomi is gonna come up with a good camera that has got a good low light capability like the Redmi 1S had actually. The Redmi 1S had a really good camera that has good low light capability. Now I'm not very happy with the camera, but I would say that for me the camera was a deal breaker, but for a lot of people it might not be. So more or less the camera is a deal breaker for me, and in the low lights I'm not going to talk about that. Now the one more thing I actually hated about this device is the audio quality. From the rear, from the speaker or from the top, this 3.5mm headphone jack, the audio quality was not up to that level. And at certain times I really felt that the Redmi 3S Prime that I actually have is way better than this one, and I really believe that somehow the Redmi 3S, which will have the same audio quality, will get the edge in case of the audio performances. So yeah, I do really believe that Xiaomi could have done better in case of the Redmi 4 regarding the audio quality. You are already sacrificing. In case of Xiaomi, they are actually taking 1000 less from you, but they are they are compromising on processor, they are compromising on build quality, and they are also compromising on a lot of stuff that I actually really feel that the Redmi 3S has better in case of stuffs like that. So now coming to whether you should go for the Redmi 4A or whether you should keep the Redmi 3S in your wish list. So if really 6000 is your budget, then go for the Redmi 4A. Now if you really think that you can extend your budget up to Redmi 7000, go for the 3S. The features are same. Yes, you are not gonna get the fingerprint scanner, but that's something that we have to sacrifice regarding the price tag. But really I believe that this phone could have been priced at 5000 so that it can sell like hotcakes. I know it is selling like hotcakes. People are gonna buy this thing whatever price it is because it is from Xiaomi. But I really do believe that at 6000 it comes nowhere into the competition with the Redmi 3S. Now if you have the 7000 price bracket, go for the 3S. Just closing your eyes, go for the 3S. But if you're just stuck with 6000 and can't go further, then 4A should be your choice. Now if you just ask me what is the difference that I actually faced between the 3S Prime that I actually have and this one, now I know that 3S Prime has got 3 gigs of RAM and 32 gigs of onboard storage, but apart from that, if I just compared that with a 2 gigs 3S that I used a few days ago, to be honest, the 3S performs better. The faster processor, the more powerful processor, the good RAM management, because this phone's RAM management sucks, and overall better camera even in low lights. I know that camera is also shitty, but it is shittier than that one. and more or less the build quality was a very big advantage in case of the 3S, the metal unibody, and obviously the 4000 mAh battery was there. So over and all 6000 if your budget, then it is for you. If you can expand it up to 7000, go for the 3S Prime. So guys, this is all for today. I hope you like this video. I'm sorry for the ambient noises because as we all know that we are actually gonna shifting to a new office, and we are gonna come up with a good camera after 15th April. So yeah, a lot of things gonna happen after 15th April. So make sure to stay subscribed with us if you haven't done it already. Do like this video, share with your friends, and if you have any kind of questions about this device or any other Xiaomi related Xiaomi devices, do let me know via the comment section below. I will be waiting for you there. Till then, bye. People have a great day. Hope to see you in my next video. Stay awesome. Stay subscribed.